But let's see how this early round shapes up and which team takes the lead on map number 1.
So immediately off the bat, we look to those agent picks. There's no breach. There is no Cypher on the side of the Buffaloes. So certainly different, certainly unorthodox. You could say Phoenix, I think, is still pretty damn good. The Raze is kind of where there are a few question marks. But we'll see. We will see. Maybe we will eat those words. This map is certainly spicy with the Raze. You can throw those nades and shoot the rocket through the teleporter and certainly upset a few of the attackers. Particularly, we saw the devs absolutely destroy the FPS players. But either way, moving in towards the B bomb site here, very aggressive indeed. Flash is coming over the top. There's 2 players into the backside. They're also very blind on the attack, but still managing. Oh, that's a bit of an unfortunate one for Pylon. He had to get the reload off. They were keeping it even, but have now lost control. Spike should go down in just a second here.
Valorando, well played so far. 4 versus 3 situation. Spike plan gives them another 300 credits. That's huge for the early round. That's already a big win right there. But can they take the round itself? That's the question. Once again, oh, nice shock dart also coming through. It's looking really good for Valorando at this point. Defenders trying to retake. Chris with a kill against Helmsy. Pion with a trade against Braxco, though, taking Breach down. Here comes another little pistol duel as Kane goes for Oyster. Last man standing. Pion trying to get another kill, is able to take Kane down finally. But Chris with a triple makes it happen and puts the first point onto the board for the attackers, for Valorando. Nicely done.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate. Runs out of ammo there, Pion. It was looking good. He had the angles, but want to make sure to get those reloads off in good time. Certainly a tough one, I think. Just so much ordnance used on that B-bomb site. I think it's very, very difficult. They had 2 players just sat behind the site. I think you do have to put someone in a bit of an aggressive angle, taking that first point of contact, maybe in gardens or around that kind of area, you know, watching long to make sure that they can't just freely walk up with no trouble at all. And obviously they pay the ultimate price. They lost the round for it. What we do see an awful lot of on Bind, right, from a lot of players, I think collecting the orb, particularly on attack, is really, really big here.
What an engage. I mean, you're making a perfect point here. Yes, picking up those orbs is, of course, incredibly important, and we've seen so many plays made around those, sometimes even sacrificing a Sage wall in order to get it. But that got explosive very quickly. 5 players dying in quick succession. But that's also the move onto the A point for the attackers. Valorando once again with the plant. Trying to wait for the defenders' rotation here. Got a couple of Guardians in play. Buffaloes haven't made their move just yet. They still could. Are they waiting simply for the move back and trying to catch someone on the back end? Or are they actually trying to recap? Doesn't really look like it. The move through the showers. Yeah. And are they going to get someone? There's the first one. Nady gets the kill against Rax. Kane on the other hand comes in with a kill. Gets the second one against Pylon too. Nicely done. The 2-0 lead now for Valorando.
Yeah, looking good early on here, but this is when we start to get into those buy rounds. I think... see it in just a second. There's no pause feature at the moment, but it does look like they've got a bit of an AFK disconnect, perhaps, on the side of Valorando. Once again, nothing we can do about that one. Unfortunately, there is no pause feature as yet, and we have no control over the servers to change options like that, so they'll just kind of have to play it out, which does give Buffaloes a hidden advantage. I don't think they're aware of the fact, but all the same, a bit of a chance for them to steal a round away here.
Yeah, at this point, again, the move towards A. Trying to check that one out. We already hit the drone out on the map. Still playing for that AWP again, trying to see if he can maybe grab that up. Also exchanging a couple of shots here. We have Brimstone rather low, so Locka is taking some damage on Valorando's side. First little battle happening in the middle of the map, and Pylon getting the kill against Braxco. That's Breach down. Trying to get this essentially into a 5 versus 3, unbeknownst to the Buffaloes, of course. We're not aware of that AFK just yet.
Get him.
Yeah, falling back again, going back towards the spike. It's really tricky for them to move into any of these points. We have 3 defending A, so breaking through there is nearly impossible. At this point, you're down to 2 players that are actively on the map. And here comes our AFK, back to business. I swear to God, that's one of those moments where it's just like your mom calling, you know, it's like, I'm playing! I'm in the grand final! It's like, you can play in 5 minutes! And it's like, Mom! But yeah, so whatever the reason was, maybe had to take the trash out. Apparently, that's solved now. So there were 3 here, but they're just gonna save.
Yeah, it definitely seemed like they sort of, not necessarily threw the round away, but tactics kind of went out the window. We did see those 2 players that went down. They were on their own. They just went for some wide swings. Obviously, not really sure when Kane was going to get back in. So it's kind of fair enough. Bit of a weird one. Does allow the Buffaloes an advantage, though, and bit of a cheeky advantage, right? We'll see what they can do with it. They have indeed been handed a gift, an olive branch from the gods of Valorant. We'll see whether they are able to make good use of it. But nothing too much to break down there. Not that spicy, nothing very fancy going on at all. Valorando still have money to buy, so it's like that round kind of didn't happen in a sense.
Yeah, attacks coming in now, of course. This time with 5. But yeah, that 1 round lost. So that's playing around this one. Already a wall coming in. Okay, and here again, once more. Do we get a kill? Chris has been playing fantastic with the ult. Uses now the ult, grabs up the orb shortly after. They have really good orb control. I like it a lot. It's fantastic for their ults, of course. Already trying to move through here again. The Roomba is out as Raze is trying to go for a bit of information. Yeah, but the shift over towards B slowly.
Valorando do like to go for this, right? They get some aggression in, draw some rotations, and then move back to the opposite bomb site. I think it works really effectively on Haven because it's such a big map. Byron, meanwhile, has pushed out Baths there and manages to find the lurker on the other side of things. The smokes come in, but they get ahead of the smokes. Neddy and Pylon doing a great job. A 3k in from Pylon. Fantastic round from him. And Valorando showing some kind of issues with the attack very early on. I don't think they're as comfortable on Bind as they are on that Haven.
Very, very clean. I mean, the replay shows it directly, of course. It's really, they're long. We have multiple angles where they come in. And it's just like the timing of the smoke also. It just didn't perfectly work out. So they didn't wait long enough. It was roughly, I would say, like half a second that they just jumped out too soon, or the smoke was half a second late. Whatever the reason, it did not work out on the communication side, apparently. So they move in, and it's a clear line of sight for the defenders as they take them apart. Ties it up. 2-2. Wall is up again, and that saves also the ultimate orb once more.
Yeah, it's a pretty nice wall, to be honest. Relatively safe. You don't have to peek out very wide. I'm going to see Looker just knife it down slowly but surely. Drawing a bit of attention. Pylon taking an aggressive angle here in Duca. In the off angle, going to get one around the corner. A second as well coming in from him. Does get traded back, but a beautiful round so far. Neddy still in on the site itself. It's all pretty much going to be down to Braxco. He does have a bit of help on the way, but it's quite far at this point. I'm very unsure, though, whether the bomb is actually making its way over towards this B bomb site or not, but I really like this position from Neddy in at Garden, right? It's so hard to deal with.
Yeah, and these two have held down the entire time here, so I would not really be surprised to see Valorando start to switch it up towards A little bit more. That was just absolutely good play in the last 2 rounds, both of them. I mean, honestly, Phoenix in particular, getting those 2 kills before he goes down and setting up the 3rd one, that was just fantastic. Now 4v1 position. Yeah, and that's the kill right there. They know exactly where it is. Braxco needs to take the Roomba out. And that's immediately the moment where we have Raze just peeking around the corner and taking him down with a big swing here. Just look at this. Gets the first kill in, the second, grabs the 3rd. What a play there. Neddy playing just fantastic on that B side together with Pylon. Alright, time to shift it up a little bit. Lucka has also the operator now in play.
Let's make some
Shit
chaos.
just got real.
Indeed, it definitely did. We will see whether he can tap into what he's been bringing the entire tournament, pretty much. He's been so good on this operator. But Long is pretty much going to be nullified every single round, I think. Neddy has tapped into something pretty nice here to just like I say, keep them at bay, keep them back, make sure he's not taking any early peeks, any aggressive peeks, not giving away early frags, which I think is a big difference. Valorando are used to taking aggressive fights, and Buffaloes are just not giving them any at all. Pretty much never.
They're actually going for B again. So they take on Netty and Pylon once more, apparently. Incendiary comes out, and this time with the AWP, Netty goes down. Lucka, he's had it. Comes in with the operator and says, I'm going to show you boys how it's done. We still have Pylon standing. Well, at this point, he's just lying on the floor. Turned into a corpse by Rax, who just jumped over the box there and took him down. So the third time charm apparently for them. Rax gets the kill against Pion too. Nicely done. 5 versus 2 situation on the map now. Great play here by Valorando in the third attempt to go for B.
So this is what happened in the pistol, okay? They went B, and the 2 B defenders were playing passive, playing, as you can see from where they died here, you had one in the crate, you had one in the little cubby corner near the crate. So it's like, when they play passively, I think it gives the room across to Valorando for them to line up a bit of ordnance, for them to get into the positions that they need to be in, rather than someone being in their face, making it awkward and calling for rotations. This round, going back to that passive setup, has not worked out for Buffalo. So I hope they realize that and they can turn it back into a bit more of an aggressive setup.
Pylon by now also leading the charts here, despite the fact that he got taken out on B in the last round. Still all Vandals currently for them. We still have that operator, of course, for Lucka on the attacker side. Really, really good setup for him. That initial kill was actually really important for them. And it feels like, at least in this round, the communication was a little bit crisper. We talked in one of the approaches towards speed, the smokes were just a second too late, which was a huge problem since they moved right into the line of sight of Netty in particular. Buffaloes and Valorando, they're tight. Makes me super happy. This is amazing. Like, we have a best of 3. We're starting off with a very, very good match here. Helmsy popping off again with a double kill. Love to see it. It's fantastic here. He had such good movements also in the winner bracket final, as he won a 1v3 to clutch out a round. And here, again, showing his skills off. Valorando not done yet. Starting to move over towards the showers once more. Peek around the corner. A second here. At least they're trying to. There's the kill. Nicely done. Lucka getting the one against Raze. Helmsy's down 2. Kane comes in with a revive, and all of a sudden we're talking 4 versus 3 situation in favor of Valorando. Netty has something to say about that though. Takes Braxco down, but he himself dies to Kane. What a round. Fantastic. Action all over the place.
Really good stuff. We'll see whether they can pull it back here on the Buffalo side of things. The orbital strike coming through. Information. Ooh, Eusta with the one tap. That's pretty clean. Sees a second player as well. Manages to take him down. Pylon finds Lucka. What has just happened? The smoke's all in on the site. From the attacking side, they all take super aggressive peeks that I don't know they necessarily needed to.
Great follow-up, though, from the defenders. And also gets himself a little bit of a skin here. But nicely done. The insta replay here. Guys, once again, big shout out to the production crew here. These guys are absolutely on fire. If you think that these headshots are difficult to hit, then let me tell you that those insta replays are not easy to pull off either. Fantastic performance here, not only by the players. And that is the lead. The Buffaloes with a 4-3 right now. What a fantastic grand final opening. I absolutely love this. I hope this goes the distance. I want map 3. Valorando on the attack now, already scouting out the showers, this time a little bit faster actually. Grabbing also the orb, falling back slightly. Operator, of course, in play for Lucka. He's again looking for the shot. They're moving through hookah this time. And that might be one of the small weaknesses that we have, actually. That we have a situation in which Raze is not guarding that choke point that hookah is. She is sitting on A consistently. And off we go. The last time they moved through hookah, they ran straight into Phoenix. This time,
yeah, I think
they're
really slowing this down, aren't they? And it's nice. So we call this contact in other tactical FPS titles with the sniper rifle, playing scoped in. Obviously has that one-shot potential in a lot more areas. Rolling Thunder going to come through, though. The Aftershock as well, but Neddy in this corner with the slow orb. Oh, what a round coming in from Neddy! The 4K! Holy! A great round coming in from him, and the Buffaloes just stealing it away. Oh, that is massive. This game is absolutely on fire right now. The individuals from the Buffaloes just playing so well.
And just look how they set it up here the entire time, just hoping for the proper play. In comes Breach, sets it up. They expect them to be there long in the corner. Neddy has once more the perfect position on the window, gets the kills in, and just follows up with another 2. That was insane. I mean, him completely popping off there. And honestly, to an extent, that's also to Valorando. They did, again, smoke the wrong spot there. And that's a problem they had earlier when they were moving on to B. And Neddy, he has a couple of positions on this bomb site that are actually fantastic for him. This is the second time now that he pretty much just cleaned house in these spots. Lucka, this time with the Sheriff, so they didn't go for a full buy. Valorando, that is. 4 versus 4 situation right now. 2 points down on map number 1. Yeah. Phoenix comes in with the wall. Looking on the B again. Fell back, going through the tunnel on the left side. Pion with a kill against Kane. Sage down and eliminating the key player here. Shot that coming in again. Everybody's still trying to go for B2 defenders on A. They will rotate soon once the spike is spotted. So far that hasn't been the case. Nobody wants to jump out that window. I wonder why.
Yeah, I know, right? Definitely looking tough for them. But it certainly is showing here on the Valorando side of things that they just don't have as deep a strat book. They go back to B round and round and round again. Change of angles from Pylon not going to work out. Gets taken down by Chris. Now they're going to start to move in. No, but again, an unchecked angle. And Pylon comes through. They thought they'd cleared the B bomb site, but no. He gets a double. Again, ahead of the smoke. The timing not quite there, and there's no time for him to get the spike down. Just going to have to back away and save. But Valorando are making some clear mistakes here. Right? There's a good few situations where just need to swing to the left, look to the left. Cypher was in the process of smoking it. Let him get that down. You do have the couple seconds to let him do that. And without it, we see what happens, right? Pion, new player in, picks up a 2K, seals the deal.
At this point, you just want to go in with Brimstone and say, like, okay, whenever we go through the window, just make sure that you use all your smokes on that left side. Just make sure Neddy can't get anything in. I feel there's going to be an internal discussion who jumps through the window first. You go first. No, I did last time. This time it's going to be you. But that is just perfect play by the Buffaloes. I really love it. It's great play. Neddy again, double kill right away, right off the bat here. Pushing it out aggressively off B. They come through hookah, take the hits here. Buffalo switching it up. That's amazing. I mean, we're talking about Valorando in particular, how they need to change things a little bit. But then all of a sudden, the Buffaloes on B going for the aggression, pushing out, getting a double kill for their efforts here. And that was totally unexpected by Valorando. They just didn't see that coming. Didn't expect it at all. Flawless round. A fantastic play here. And really, that switch up on B by Neddy and Pylon, just, it was a total curveball for Valorando. They did not see that one coming.
For sure. I think that we're starting to see Buffaloes really edge ahead here, not only because Valorando are making some mistakes, but because they are being adaptable. They're being dynamic with their positions and keeping things nice and fresh. I think Neddy particularly has been having a really, really, really good game in that sense that, you know, he will pick up one kill, readjust slightly. We saw it in the 4K. He's not stood in the same spot for all 4 of those kills. So he's really doing a good job of that. We are going to see a change up here, though, Caldor. We're going to see them move across to the A site, see if they can find some success there, but not quite dedicating in the same way. Still a couple of them edging back towards B. preferring that. However, in comes the Hunter's Fury. See whether Chris can pick up a kill here. He's certainly getting close. He does, but not before Pion actually gets one for his team. So a relatively good pickup there under the pressure.
4 versus 4. Yeah, the heal on Sage used now, so down for probably another 30 seconds here. Kane comes in, Usta goes down, but first of all he takes down Braxco. Locke on the other hand eliminates Helmsy, and that leaves our 2A players. So once again it's down to Netty. Well, that one got cut short. Netty gets hit, goes down, the Resurrect brings one back for the attackers. Valorando with 4 agents on the map. The Buffaloes only have Tylen, who interestingly enough is still apparently convinced that he can pull this one off. 1v4 now, and the location revealed. Would expect him to save, and yeah, he's hightailing it out of there. But I gotta say, initially, when I actually looked at the Buffaloes, you know, you read through the nicknames a little bit, Netty, God, I thought, well, someone is a little bit full of himself as I see the God part. Now I think it's maybe just a descriptor, so he just wants to let people know what they're up against, because, oh boy, has he popped off here. 11 kills for him. Really impressive. Another round comes in. 7-3. And keep in mind, there is actually a pretty big gap also between the first and the second place. First place $5,000, and for second place, it's 2,400. 7 points to 4 now. Valorando able to win that round. Still a 3-point gap here. $10,000 in total on the line in this tournament. Going down to the 16th place, actually. Which, by the way, I just have to point that out real quickly, how amazing it is that we actually have a prize pool that is very evenly distributed. So it's not too top heavy. That is fantastic for all the teams involved here, and is especially for a player the best thing that can happen. When for all the time and effort that you put into a tournament, if you don't make it into the grand final, you still get rewarded here. But of course, the biggest chunk of the money is on the #1 spot here with a 5K. Laka comes in, takes down Usta as the game continues. Double kill for Raze. And so far, it's again the Chris and Laka combo that get the kills consistently for the team reliably and force the entire A position down with the 2 B defenders moving now over. Once again, it's down to Sage and Phoenix.
It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Just down to Sage now, so gonna get smoked off at Heaven. Res is available, but I don't think they're really feeling it here. Save it for a better day, to be honest. Maybe get some exits here. Gonna get spotted out as well by the spy cam. Almost taken down there, and will eventually go down. I'm not so sure about that decision. I feel like running away and saving the operator there would have been a hell of a lot nicer, but is what it is. Some replays here from the earlier rounds. Pylon popping off, of course.
That one was still, I mean, right into the face, baby. Right between the eyes. He saw that bullet coming. And there's, of course, the window situation once again from earlier we talked about. Yeah, they jump out again, and every time the cage is a little bit too slow. Previously, we've seen a few times that the smoke was too slow. One time it's Netty getting the kills, this time it was Raze. 5 versus 7. The Buffaloes, after the switch here, still in the lead, of course, now on the attacking side. So Valorando now defending. Halftime's done. And let's see if Valorando can secure a few more points on the defender side. In terms of buys, a lot of utility being bought, but we have a bit of armor also, for Chris in particular. Caned with the wall. Also afforded himself a ghost, that's 800 credits down the drain. So he's effectively at 0 at night now. And that's the beauty in one of the first round, actually. Do you go for the small armor? Do you go for weapon? Is it simply utility you're looking for? Especially as Sage, you can get a lot out of a proper ice wall, which they already utilized now on B. Helmsy gets the kill against Laka, though. That's keep coming. Brasco with a hit against Pylon. 4v4 situation. Oh, Netty comes in, takes him down. Kane on the other side, double kill before he finally gets taken out. It's a Sage battle over here. Talking about Sage, the Buffaloes, yes, there's the heal. Netty was in a lot of trouble here, nearly died. Still in play. That Chris comes in with that headshot and Rax with the follow-up kill. Pion down 2, and that's another point for Valorando. They're closing that gap. They're closing it quickly. They win the first round in the second half.
Looking good. Looking really, really good. It's a very nice start. We did just see how effective their defense was on Haven up against Philips Evangelium. Different team here, different map, but the same sort of fundamentals apply. And maybe they can tap into that once again. Really, really good pistol coming out from them. It's certainly a close one, but they managed to get the recovery on the rotations, bringing it within 1, like you say. So really, really looking good into this second half. Going to get an early ult orb here as well. Once again, we've talked about how important it is and how kind of the Bath's ult orb is a little more attacker-sided and the long ult orb defensively-sided. So, nice for them to pick that up early on into the half here. We'll see what the Buffaloes have got planned. I think they do have a few upgraded pistols brought up, as you can see. Sheriff here and whatnot for a few of the players. So, maybe going to try and go for something here. It looks like they're going to burst out of the Baths. A lot of information gained there towards short. Oh, Rax going to get all of them. Braxco as well chiming in. And now all down to Helmsy on the Sova. That did not go well.
That kid needs a nerf, seriously. Once again, it's Rax just holding down the angle. We talked. Oh, he gets the 4th kill as well. Calm down, buddy. Yeah, he had a couple Red Bulls for sure. Pops off completely here. I mean, his plays around those traps and the cages are just fantastic. He comes in, gets the triple kill, picks off the last man standing too, and that ties it. That ties it up, 7-7.
That goes there. Ah, this is a nice spot. Yes, this should do. No more charges left.
Brutal. Yeah, full buy for them, obviously, now. They have the Vandals in play. They got Spectres on... actually, no, my bad, sorry. Full buy on the attacker side, whereas Valorando sticks it out with the guns that they bought for the previous round. So we have a few Spectres. So they're pretty much outgunned to a small degree here, but they didn't really feel the necessity to exchange weapons yet. And, well, Lucka gets the initial kill against Pylon. Doing it right.
Ooh, another one coming in as well. This hookah hold is pretty good so far. 2 very early kills, looking very good. And again, it is that strong buy. So Valorando, their defense in the second half starting off really, really well. Looking to continue the trend.
Smoke's down. Out of charge.
Yeah, it's now a question of how the Buffaloes recover things back. It is certainly looking like a tough time. Rax, once again, showing us his spicy cams, as he will get vision of 2, all 3. There it is. They've got all the information that they need. Might just get a recon bolt for good measure as well. But Cyber Cage coming in. A lot of utility locations revealed. A hell of a lot of damage done there. Not quite the frag for Rax, but damn near enough. Eusta will take down Chris, but Rax still available. 2k for him. In comes Kane with the Marshall. And Valorando are looking very scary here.
They indeed do, and this time also without the recon dart actually not showing the position of the camera either, right? You pointed it out several times yesterday that we don't necessarily need that dart in order to just get the information out. And that was a really, really nice info setup that he had, not only through the tariffs but the camera too. The one thing that I find is interesting also that we didn't really see a lot of teleporter play just yet. So it stays an option, but we haven't seen rotation between the bomb sites yet. Now it's a Sheriff round for the Buffaloes. They are now starting to trail behind in points in this first map of this best of 3. 8-7. Valorando taking the lead in the Buffaloes with their Sheriff round. Need to try and bring it back here. A few kills would definitely go a long way. The hookah window already walled off though. It's going to be tricky for them to break through that. Can't boost over that here. And they're still waiting it out a bit. Wall lasts 40 seconds. I mean, generates over time. Can break through that quickly. What's the end? Not still. No, they waited out.
Yeah, I think their end goal is the B-bomb site, so they're cool to just sit there and wait for it to fall as they will start to burst out. All the ordnance coming over the top here, and it's unfortunate timing, but doesn't matter. Kane! Oh my god! Keeps going! Absolutely unstoppable on the back of the B-bomb site. A huge round once again. Oh, and Helmsy, who was lagging behind a bit, I think trying to catch off rotations, is like, guys, what What happened? What happened there? And like I say, it was almost so unfortunate because like they'd rotated the third player away from the B-bomb site at the ace as well for Kaint. Hell yeah. A huge round for him.
Look at this. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A stellar play here. Kaint is going crazy in this one. We talked about him yesterday so many times. I mean, every single player on the side of Valorando had their moment, right? We had so many cool plays. We saw Lucka multiple times with that operator. Braxco being aggressive, getting the kills in. Rax with this fantastic Cypher play. Chris with these ults that he has on Sova time and time again with the kills. And now we're looking at Kane getting the full ace here. But the quad kill and him holding the position all alone on B. So damn good.
Out of charges.
And that's 9-7. So now we're seeing, again, the attempt to double check a little bit on A, but also two of them making it over to B. Not really with a lot of success as Reyes goes down. But oh my god, what a setup here.
Coming in from Rax. Will get traded back on this A site. It's now open. So a chance for the bomb to go down for the Buffaloes. Plant for short, maybe. Quick rotation coming through the TP. Braxco in at heaven, Kane down below. So it's definitely a little difficult here, but Braxco, perfect timing, catches the top end of the head, gets a second kill as well. The spike has indeed gone down, but it's now a 1 versus 3 for the Phoenix. Not gonna happen. And the defuse will come in. 10th round for Valorando.
They're definitely getting the momentum now. Once again, it's the defender's advantage here that we've talked about. Kane coming even in and getting the resurrect for Chris. So he's going to have a weapon coming into the next one. Not going to be an eco problem for them at all. And honestly, if he pops off like in the last round again and is going to have the ult back up in no time anyways, that might have figured into the calculation here too. But you got to feel for the Buffaloes a little bit. They did well on the defender side initially, took the lead there. Now they're looking at another potential... Well, it's a little bit of a weird round for them. They're going eco. Well, they're shifting back and forth here. They don't have enough to go for a full buy on every single player. So if they don't go for an eco here and they decided against it, that means they will only be able to afford the full armor if they are willing to let go of Phantoms and Vandals and go into Spectres instead, which is exactly what they did now. It was a big decision to be made, actually. And it doesn't start off well. Braxco comes in with a double kill against Pion, and Pylon takes both of them down. And that is actually boding... This is not boding well for them. If they lose this round and don't get any money, then they have a horrible spot in the next round. We're talking already about 10 points here for Valorando. So that decision to go for that semi-buy doesn't seem like it's paying off.
Yeah, it's definitely a questionable force buy, to say the least. But, you know, it's one of those situations where if it works, it's a great idea. If it doesn't, then it's not. You know, we're really sat in between those two thought processes. Here we go, though, rushing straight through, straight into Lucas, straight into the meat grinder. Oh, almost every single round, it seems. For Valorando, there's just a massive multi-kill that comes through. Super quick replay on this one. Huge shout out once again to the production. We've literally just seen it. The replay is back in. Just in case you missed it. 'Cause, I mean, you know, blink and you will definitely miss that one. But yeah, Buffalo's really, really struggling on their attack here for sure. It has fallen apart, yet to win a round on the attack.
Yeah, this one was, of course, also a setup in which we actually saw Rax drawing the aggro, right? And then Lucka just capitalizing on the fact that everybody turned towards Cypher, taking him down. And he just had to hold down the button. And I have to apologize. I did not think that the money would actually pan out for them, but because of the loser's advantage, they have enough for a full buy. So that's definitely my mistake. I did not take the loser bonus into consideration when I made the calculation there, so that was my fault. So thanks to them losing multiple rounds in a row, they got 2,900 even though they lost the round. And together with a bit of money that they saved up, that's actually enough to afford them more or less a full buy here. So good calculations from the Buffaloes, and that might just give them enough to win this round. Especially as Pion gets the kill against Laka with his ult.
Rax go behind, though. Gonna do the damage here. I mean, he's not really needed, actually. They're picking them all up on the site itself. He still gets the 2k. Helmsy, meanwhile, gets a kill off the back of the Hunter's Fury. Gonna now look to push out of showers. Still full HP. Raxco is just waiting for him. Nice passive angle here on the bike.
I was about to say, is he trying
to check your angles? Yeah, he's trying to go for a ride, but no. Unfortunately, walking straight past. Again, you've got to check all your angles there, but it still was going to be a tough situation. Now within 1 round for Valorando to take the first map.
Yeah, and now they're out of money. Now Buffalo's out of money, and this is going to be incredibly tough. But you gotta give it to Valorando, because they really found so much momentum on the defender side here. It is actually scary. They have such a strong team in them, and they are likely to take the lead in this best of 3 here in the grand final. But the Buffaloes, of course, they're coming in with 3 ults. They're trying to use them already. The push out, though, of the defenders, and they're trying to be a little bit aggressive to mix it up here. The problem is that Netty comes in, takes Braxco down. Braxco himself at least got a kill. Laka taking Netty apart. Pion trading again against Laka. 3v3 situation on the map, with the focus being on B, but Kane, you just can't stop this man. Pylon gets eliminated, and now a 3 versus 2 setup right over here with the wall coming down. They're trying to buy a bit of time, but Kane peeks out a bit too much. Pion gets the kill. 2v2. Spike in the hands, and B, is it open? 1 defender standing, trying to peek on long, and the teleporter finally finding some use.
Okay, cool. It is going to be very quickly followed by Rax. I was going to say, running up long with your knife out is a risky one for sure. Doesn't matter, though. The way it's turned out, they've gone straight into Chris, and Rax with the flank will secure the final kill of the first map.